Hey guys, and welcome to the Friday, May 24th edition of the MMAOB Daily Show. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. Happy Friday, everyone. Glad to be here at the end of the work week for most of you guys. So definitely great we all made it to the end of the week. This is the 5th day in a row I've did the Daily Show. Had a lot of fun doing it this week, obviously. I'll take the weekend off, but I'll be back here on Monday. So if anyone's looking for me, I'm enjoying my weekend. One of the few weekends this year that we don't have like a major MMA event. So MMA fans, MMA journalists, anyone watching, just enjoy yourself. Go have dinner, go see some friends, see some family, and then back to the grind next week with the UFC Sweden card. But let's just get right into today's card. First and foremost, we are hosted at MMAOddsbreaker.com. Check out our YouTube page. You can find the podcast there. Also, it's on SoundCloud, and I'm working on the iTunes thing. That should happen in the next couple of days, so that's good. The other websites are right for SureDart.com, MMAnews.com, BJPen.com, and MMAratings.net. So check all those ones out and follow me on Twitter at MMAdamMartin. All right, so today's show, I'll talk about PFL. Also, there was like one fight announcement I'll get to. But the first thing, I guess, that actually kind of breaking news, Aaron Bronstetter of TSN just reported that Justin Willis has been released from the UFC after turning down a fight with Walt Harris. So Justin Willis has been cut. Willis actually was removed from the rankings recently. Aaron tweeted about that, and I guess he's been looking into it and digging deeper and found out the reason why. So Aaron's got his report, TSN, check that out. I mean, I don't think it's a huge loss for the UFC because Willis is not like the most exciting guy in the world. It is kind of strange they cut a top 15 heavyweight because that's a division, obviously, that needs more fighters that are quality fighters. And this guy had a good record, 8-2 record, 4-1 in the UFC, beat Mark Hunt. That was a huge win for Justin Willis last December. Then he had a stinker against Curtis Blades. He looked awful in that fight, got taken down multiple times, just beat up, couldn't get off his back. It was a bad performance by him. But apparently that wasn't the reason he was cut. According to Aaron's report, it's because he turned down a fight against Walt Harris. So the UFC was upset. They released Justin Willis. He told them, again, according to the report, he couldn't make the weight limit of 265 or 266 for the heavyweight limit. That's not a good thing. He's previously missed weight for a heavyweight. There was a fight with Marcin Tybura that fell through because he had weight issues. So, again, I don't think it's a massive loss because I don't think he's like a guy who's going to be a title contender, but at the same time, he is a top 15 ranked guy. So I would assume that Bellator would take a look at Justin Willis. He's not a guy that doesn't have a bad personality either. He can talk on the mic. PFL could also take a look at him. So there's definitely some options for this guy. But yeah, the UFC, they could always change their minds, like the Yair Rodriguez thing. The difference is, though, Yair is such an exciting young talent. I think they had to change their mind because he signed with Kabachi, and then they decided we'll bring him back. But in Justin Willis' case, I mean, I don't know if it's a massive loss to the company. At the same time, though, I mean, this guy's got to obviously get his weight in order because he just lost his job with the UFC. And, for him, I'm sure he wanted to fight in the UFC. But, hey, you turn down fights when the UFC asks. If you're not Diaz, brother, you're going to get pissed off. They're going to get pissed off, and you're going to get cut. So definitely disappointing news for the Willis family, but it is what it is, and I'm sure he'll find a job very soon. Before I get PFL, there's one fight announcement, UFC 239. That card just continues to get better. There's been a welterweight bout added to that card between Ismail Nardiev and Chance Rencounter. I mean, this to me looks like a mismatch here. Ismail Nardiev, 18-2 record. He's only 22 years old, the Austrian Wonder Boy. And this guy looked amazing in his debut fight against Michel Prazeres. He won a very lopsided decision. He was a massive underdog in that fight. Great performance. That was back in February at the UFC Prague card. On a 3-fight win streak overall. Again, only 2 losses in his career. And then he takes on Chance Rencounter. Chance, 13-3 record. Just pulling up his shirt log right now. Yeah, 13-3. He's 32 years old, so he's an older guy. Lost to Bilal Muhammad in his UFC debut, and then he beat Kyle Stewart by submission. That was a good performance. That was a couple months ago at the TJ Dillashaw and Henry Cejudo card. Great performance, actually, by him. First-round finish. But to me, it looks like a mismatch. I would definitely expect Nardiev to be a massive favorite in that fight. But other than that, like, no real huge news. If anything breaks during the show, I'll let you guys know. But for now, I'll just get right into PFL. Week 2 of Season 2 started. I was able to actually catch up with this card live. Previous years, it's been very difficult to watch PFL and WSOF cards. A lot of them were shown tape delay and stuff, but especially when they had that NBC deal or whatever, very hard to watch in Canada. So even streams are hard to find. So I wasn't able to watch a lot of those cards, but the PFL is on TSN now, so I was able to watch it last night, which was nice. Let's get right into it. Main event of the evening, Lance Palmer beat Alex Gilpin by unanimous decision, 30-27 across the board. I mean, no surprise there. Lance the Party Palmer's a great fighter. Also, he was a massive favorite in that fight. Minus 485 he closed out. So no surprise there. He moves on to the next round. Would have been nice for him to get a finish, obviously. He actually almost did knock out Gilpin. I think in the first round he caught him with a big left hook or something. So it was close, but he didn't get the finish. Still, a decision moves him to the next round of the tournament. And, he's just collecting points. It'd be nice, though, if he got a finish and bounce himself up higher in the rankings there. Next up, Chris Wade beat Nate Andrews by unanimous decision, 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. I thought Andrews had a chance to win this fight. Wade's wrestling, though, definitely proved to be the difference here. He just was able to take down Andrews and control him at times. Andrews almost had a late finish. He had Wade's back in the last 30 seconds, almost had an armbar. The bell rang. So, I think he's got some problems, this Andrews guy. He's 35, like I mentioned yesterday, but I don't think he's that bad. Maybe he'll win a couple fights in PFL. But, this was obviously a hard matchup against Wade in his hometown, and Wade won on Long Island. Next up, no surprise with this one. Andre Harrison won decision over Peter Petty's 30-27 across the board. I mean, we all knew that was going to happen. He was a massive favorite. Harrison closed at minus 650. By the way, Chris Wade closed at minus 350 in the last fight. Yeah, Harrison minus 650, so no surprise there. Akhmad Aliev knocked out Carlos Silva in the first round with punches, and he was a big favorite too. Sizable favorite. He was minus 225. Not a massive favorite, but yeah, he looked really good in that fight. Like I said yesterday, that was a setup fight. Also, Islam Mamedov beat Liz Yaron by split decision, 29-28, 28-29, 29-28. So closer fight than the odds had that one, obviously. Anyone who had money on Mamedov was obviously sweating on that one. He was minus 800, but he ended up getting the win. So he got the win, and he wants better some money. On the prelims, Rashid Magomedov beat Loic Rad Hads above by unanimous decision, 30-27, 30-27, 30-27. Apologies for the name pronunciation there. Rashid was minus 800 favorite, so no surprise there that he won. Nathan Schulte beat Bao Yinkang by submission the first round, rear naked choke. I mean, again, no surprise. There was a lot of big favorites that won on this card, and Nathan Schulte was the biggest one. Like I said yesterday, he's a lock. He was going to win this fight. Opened at minus 900, closed at minus 2,525. It's just laughable. I mean, yeah, again, that's just how the tournament shook out, and he got an easy matchup last night. He's going to obviously fight tougher guys, but Nathan Schulte's a beast and one of the best fighters in PFL right now. No surprise he won that. Also, big upset here. Luis Rafael Laurentino knocked out Jeremy Kennedy in the first round with a head kick and punches. I did say yesterday there was some value on this guy because he was like plus 3 something. What did he close at? Plus 330 against Jeremy Kennedy, who's a good fighter. But again, this guy was like 33-1 heading in the fight. So the line to me didn't make that much sense. And I told you guys to take a shot on this guy, Laurentino, if anything. So, to be fair, I also said take a shot on Andrews. He lost. But yeah, Laurentino guy, definitely a good performance by him. And Kennedy, I mean, that's disappointing seeing him get KO'd in the first round. It is what it is. It's MMA. Anything could happen. This Laurentino guy got some promise. And a first round finish for him is obviously massive in that featherweight tournament. So he's at the top of the leaderboard there. In one of the knockouts of the year, I mean, this was insane. Movlid Khaybuliev knocked out Damon Jackson with a flying knee, and go and find the gif of this one. I mean, this was insane. I've never seen a guy get finished like this and fall the way that Damon Jackson did. I thought Damon Jackson had a chance in this fight. Guy looked really good recently in LFA and stuff, but man, that was a brutal knockout. 10 seconds in the fight, flying knee right to the jaw, bang, done. Yikes. So hopefully he's okay because he collapsed. Like it was a crazy knockout. But this Khaybuliev guy definitely got a lot of promise. I definitely would keep a look on this guy for the welterweight tournament. It looks like a really, really good fighter. I'm very impressed by him. And then you also had Gadzi Rabanadov take out Steven Sauer by unanimous decision. And again, like I said yesterday, the scores were 30-27, 29-28, 30-27. Like I said yesterday, by the way, Khaybuliev was minus 150 favorite. Rabanadov minus 125. And I said yesterday that Steven Sauer should be favored because he deserved a little bit of respect after the last tournament showing. But I also said that, man, you got to take a look at this Gadzi guy because he's just he looks like one of those young Russian killers. So look good, man. Look good in this fight. Great win for him. Only minus 125. So I'm sure a lot of people had some money on him and they obviously got some good odds. So overall, I think a pretty decent showing for PFL. Some good finishes on the prelims anyways. Main card. A lot of decisions. What are you going to do? I mean, PFL puts together matchups. They hope finishes. Didn't happen. but maybe for the next card for sure. Also, that's about it. There's really nothing else this weekend. Like I said on yesterday's podcast, Nick Kalikas added some odds for Kambachi 38, so those are out there right now. Definitely take a look at Nick's odds. That card's actually next week, next Friday, I think. So take a look at that if you want to bet on some fights. But that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, this is kind of just a weekend to chill and relax and enjoy yourself. I'm excited for the weekend. Just I have a bowling tournament myself tomorrow, so you guys know I love bowling, so I'm excited for that. And I'll be back to the grind next week. I'll be doing the play-by-play for Sherdog for the UFC Sweden card, and I think that's about it, guys. Again, if anything breaks, I'll let you guys know on my Twitter at MMAdamMartin, and you can follow us at MMAOddsBreaker.com, Sherdog.com, MMARings.net, MMAnews.com, BJPen.com for all my work. Check me out there, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys watching the show. Again, still working on a lot of things. It's all a work in progress. The presentation, the lighting, all that kind of stuff. So I'm working on that. And next week, I'll be back Monday to do the podcast talking about whatever happened over the weekend. And then we'll do the other daily show. And then on Wednesday, I'll do a second show with Cole Shelton previewing UFC Sweden. So check that out. Have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy yourself. See ya.